Hello, welcome to Web Technologies class. Today we'll be talking about tags. How to code the text elements. Every HTML element has a default display value, depending on what type of element it is. The two display values are block and inline. A block level element always starts on a new line and takes up the full width available. It stretches out to the left and to the right as far as it can. Here's a list of block level elements in HTML. An inline element does not start on a new line and only takes up as much width as necessary, or as described. Usually the inline elements are used within the paragraph element. Here is a list of inline level elements in HTML. Headings are used to provide a logical structure for your document, not for formatting the text. You do not use heading tags to resize text. Avoid skipping heading levels. Always start from H1, H2, and so on. You should use only one H1 per page. Using more will not result in an error, but using only one H1 in a page is a good practice. H1 is the most important heading and tells you what the purpose of the page is. Here is the code to show you all the heading tags displayed on the browser. Use H1 to H6 elements only for headings. Do not use them just to bold text or resize text. You will use other tags for that. Heading may be nested as sub-selections that reflect the organization of the content of the page. For example, H1 is used to display title. H2 is used for chapter section. H3 is used for each session. And H4 is used for subsessions in each sessions. Each HTML element represents a paragraph. Browsers automatically add a single blank line before and after each P element. Browsers will ignore the line breaks and spaces in the source code. Here you can see the heading tags and paragraph tags in the web page, and the results are on the screen. You can see that the heading tags have different font sizes and attributes. The browser will automatically resize and reorganize the web page content based on the browser's size. The pre-element defines pre-formatted text. Text in a pre-element is displayed in a fixed width font, and the text preserves both spaces and line breaks. They are usually displayed in the source code. The address element defines the contact information for the developer or owner of a website. The contact information can be an email address, URL, physical address, phone number, social media, etc. The text in the address element usually renders in italic, and browsers will always add a line break before and after the address element. The block quote tag specifies a section that is quoted from another source. Browsers usually indent block quote elements. The Q element defines a short inline quotation. Browsers normally insert quotation marks around the quotation. Here you can see the code using pre, block quote, and address elements and their results in a browser screen. Inline elements for formatting. Sub, sup, br. Sub displays the content as a subscript. Sup display the content as a superscript. Br, an empty element that starts a new line of text. Inline elements for identifying content. EM, KBD, strong. EM indicates that the content should be emphasized, which is displayed in italics. KBD, used for keyboard entries, which displays in a fixed width font. Strong, indicate that the content should be emphasized, which is displayed in bold. Here's a sample code of inline elements and their display on a browser. Some characters are reserved in HTML. These characters in HTML must be replaced with character entities. A character entity looks like this. If you type 10 spaces in your text, the browser will remove 9 of them. To add real spaces to your text, you can use and NBSP, non-breaking space character entity. The advantages of using an entity name is that they are easy to remember, but browsers may not support all entity names. Here's an example of the results of HTML entities.